Hey y'all, this took forever, but it is here. So yeah, this one is just gonna be Frozen and Magic of Pegasus because there's just too much. It took forever. It's gonna be just one video. So okay, I picked them for obvious reasons because both movies are about like two sisters, and one of them has like this internal conflict about their family and they've been separated or whatever, and it's a snowy movie. It's like a wintry aesthetic, and the princesses both have like red hair and blonde hair, and I don't know. That's about the only similarities, but they're there. So I was conflicted at first between making the outfits match like the appearance of the character or like the internal character of the character. So like Annika is blonde, so do I want to put her dress on Elsa? The answer was no, because her character is more similar to Anna, and then Brietta is more similar to Elsa. So yeah, that's what I did. I just did the flats first. Um, Anna's outfit, like putting her colors on Annika's dress, is was very difficult. I was like really struggling with it, but it's like it turned out fine, I think. Um, yeah, so Brietta's was easy. It's just straight pink, so I just went straight blue for putting it on Elsa. Um, yeah, so just put in the flats. This was also, yeah, painting. Painting is so difficult. I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate it, but it's like, um, it's kind of fun when you're trying to like match it to a picture already because it's kind of easy to know where the shading is because it's already all there and stuff, you know. So that's fun. So yeah, I just kind of like just blend in these colors and stuff. Um, yeah, everybody knows what painting is. That's how painting works. Again, I don't really know what there is to say about it because it's all just on screen happening in front of your eyes. You're welcome. um, but yeah, my cousins came over and we watched just a ton of Barbie movies because one of them genuinely likes them and the other likes to make fun of the animation, so it's like a win-win. So I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, I grew up with them, but like I can still laugh at the cringe because there's some choices were made. But yeah, I still love Barbie movies. I mean, why else would I be doing this whole series? So yeah. Okay, so with painting, it's like you think it's good, but then you realize the shading isn't as deep as the actual picture. So it's like you have to go in and make it even deeper, and you always have to like push the colors more and like put more highlights in there where the highlights are, and it's like you just gotta keep going. It always looks awful when you're like in the middle of it, but like once you get the colors deep enough, it's like yes. Like with Elsa's arm here, it was like too light. It was like just barely shaded, and I was like, oh, that's not good enough. So I have to go darker. You just keep pushing it until it looks right. Wow, I'm so good at explaining this. Also, the Brietta doll I used as reference, she's just like gorgeous. I love the dress. I really want her, but she's really expensive. Um, yeah. Oh, I bought a new Barbie on eBay. I bought one of the Coke Barbies. There are like so many Coke Barbies. I bought the skateboard one. She's so cool. I literally have been wanting her for like months. Ever since I saw all the Coke Barbies, I was like, I need the skateboard one because her outfit is so cool. Um, and she has a little skateboard and a little helmet and like elbow pads and knee pads, and she's so cute and I love her. So yeah, I just ordered one off eBay yesterday, and it was on sale, and the box was damaged. So like collectors usually like collect them in the box, right? But I don't. I open them because they must be freed. I want to pet their little heads and brush their little hairs and play with their little clothes and put little outfits on them. Uh, so yeah, my mom is so salty at me for that because she's like, there was so much money, and by opening it, you're just making it even more rare. The other ones that are still in their boxes, I'm like, don't care, didn't ask. But yeah, this box is already damaged, so I don't feel bad about it. I mean, I never really feel all that bad about opening them, but there's always that little bit that's like kind of like, oh. But like boxes, they're just too big. They take up too much space. Yeah. Anyway, so that's this. I just went off on a tangent there, but yeah. I still think I could have gone a little deeper, but like whatever with the colors, shading. But I think it looks fine. Um, yeah, I really like that the dress on Elsa. Brietta's dress in blue. And this one was just very self-indulgent. This one isn't like in line with the whole like AU where Elsa is Brietta. I just wanted to put Annika's dress in purple on Elsa on this horse and make the horse purple like Brietta. Because I can. So yeah, basically just the same process, just going over like putting the skin where it needs to be. Just taking the colors from the rest of her skin and putting it over the sleeve where her skin is. So yeah. I mean, you can all watch what's going on. I've explained it all. Let's talk about Barbies. So my sister had one of the Mermaid Fantasy Barbies from 2002, and they are gorgeous. I love their tops and their little sleevey things, and the colors are just chef's kiss. I'm obsessed. So she had the Barbie one with the pink hair, and I think there was like Teresa and Christy. I know for sure Christy, but I'm not sure about the other one's name. But Christy is just so gorgeous. She has like purple hair, and it's so good. But she's like $200 on eBay, and that's like the cheapest like out of the box. And I'm like, do I want to save up money just for Barbie? But I love her so much. I don't know. And yeah, it's this hobby was a mistake. But yeah, I just love old Barbies so much. The 2000s were like the best. I'm biased, yes. The 90s are pretty cool too. I actually love 90s Disney dolls a lot. 90s Barbie is like, I like late 90s. I like all the 90s holiday Barbies, but like just the regular clothes Barbies and like the other princess Barbies. I have the Snow White Barbie from 98. Just general like fairy tale in the 90s aesthetic is just like top tier. I'm obsessed. But yeah. So anyway, okay, this dress was like very, like it looks simple, but like there's so much detail on it. Like it's a plain dress, but like then there's like all its little stripes and the little flowers or whatever, little sparkles. And yeah, it's a lot, but it doesn't look like a lot, but it is, to paint it at least. So yeah, I actually really like how this dress looks on Elsa. The purple, it's very nice. I really like it. Her skin is very like cool, purpley toned, so it all kind of looks good, and it just vibes, you know. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about Barbies again, because I have nothing to say about this anymore. I mean, again, it's right there. I like, holiday Barbies. Recent holiday Barbies, I hate how their arms are just stuck in one position. I love the dress on the 21 Barbie, the one that's like this year. But like, I just can't stand the mold of the doll itself. Like the eyebrows are too thick. Like even if the thick eyebrow was like still the big thing, it would still be too thick. It just looks weird. I know like they're probably designed way ahead of time, so like the trends are kind of, you know, but it just looks weird. And again, the arm being bent, I hate it. Yeah, I think the 80s dolls had bent arms too, but then in the 90s and 2000s they just went kind of straight. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because I grew up in the 90s and 2000s. I mean, barely the 90s. But yeah, I don't know. I just prefer the straight arms. Because I have a Barbie from 98 that I got for my birthday from this year, because my grandma found it in the box at a yard sale, which is wild. I think I've talked about that before, probably. But she's just like straight arms, just standing there, very simple. I like that a lot. I don't like the pose of the like bent arms. I actually think even in the 2000s they started the bent arm thing, because I know the 2008 one had a bent arm. I don't know. I wouldn't mind the bent arm pose so much if they were like articulated and you could change it, but it's just so stiff. And I have a couple of like new Barbies from like the last couple of years, and they're always like just one arm is bent. Like I have this like boxer girl, and she's so cool. I love her outfit. She has a little trophy, and she can hold it in her hand that is bent, like the arm is bent, and the other one's just straight, I think. And it's like, I don't know. is it just like a symmetry thing? Because like I've had Barbies from like the 80s and 90s where the arms were just both kind of bent, but I don't know. I I don't know. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to drop $50 on the new holiday Barbie either, because it's like I love the dress, but the fabric does look cheap, and I don't like the doll itself. So it's like, I don't know. um, it does definitely lean more into like a princessy aesthetic than like the previous couple of years. Maybe not couple of years, like older years. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I just love the 90s ones. They just look more cozy and Christmassy. I said that in the whole holiday Barbie tier list video. I'll link that below if anyone wants to go check that out because it's a fun time. But speaking of tier lists, the disturbing movie tier list, I'm getting through it. I took a break around Halloween because I wanted to focus on like just fun, spooky Halloween movies and not like so depressing, you know. But I'm back into it, and I was watching one on the TV yesterday when my grandma wasn't home. And then like my cousin walked in the middle of it, and I was like, "Oh crap!" Because she's like 14, and I'm like, "Turn it off, turn it off." Anyway, so yeah, the end. That's Elsa in the Annika dress, and the horse is purple. It's Brietta. It's Annika and Brietta. Look at them. Yay.